The announcement for Regulation D has come, and with it, the promise of a bunch of fun new toys to join our Pokemon ranked games. But this week's Funday Monday, I told my chat they can only use those new toys. No Pokemon from Series 1, Series 2, or Regulation C are allowed, only new Reg D Pokemon. I have 2 fantastic replays and a few honorable mentions to show you this week. The first game of the day is brought to you by Jay, Fizzy Wizzy Glizzy in the bottom left corner. You may better know him as the guy that went nuts with Earthworm on stream. He has a very special game for us for today's Funday Monday. Gonna open with Basculegion, one of the most highly anticipated Pokemon in Reg D, and we're about to see why. Dropping Cresselia in one hit with a Terra Water and a Rain Dance. I know Cresselia's stats got a little bit nerfed in Scarlet and Violet, but I don't think I've ever seen a Cresselia go down in a single hit, less so to a hit that is not super effective against it. Dondozo is going to try and tempt Basculegion out with a yawn, but Basculegion says, no, I fight till the bitter end, scoring a one-hit KO against another historically extremely bulky Pokemon, hard to get rid of in one hit. Basculegion is going to go ahead and take a nap after 2 one-hit KOs. Thankfully, Thundurus is no slouch either. After setting up the rain, able to get some back-to-back Thunderbolts, pick up some chip damage, and Mama Jama says, no thanks. I tap out. I don't want to see how this ends. The second game of Funday Monday is brought to you by Tim, who always does really cool and clever things with his teams, and this game is absolutely no exception. After the players square up with their leads, Sushi Shine is unfortunately going to make a very cardinal mistake by protecting in front of Urshifu. So this Landorus is going to get eaten for breakfast right away. Earthworm is going to set up a substitute, says no thanks, I'm out of here. Iron Hands can take care of this instead. Now, Sushi Shine is going to repeat the mistakes of turn 1 by protecting, and Urshifu is going to get right through that. Even on resisted hits, going to deal a very respectable amount of damage. Unfortunately, in this case, Urshifu is a 2-trick pony, going to go down after its second one to the Iron Hands. And that brings us into Regieleki. Regidraco, upon seeing the superior Reggie, decides to protect, but unfortunately it doesn't work. Tornadus and Regieleki are going to clean up the substitute and the Thunder. But Tornadus goes down, so this game is very neck and neck. Tim brings out Basculegion. We've seen exactly how mighty this thing can be, but you're going to see something a little different. Soak the Iron Hands to convert it to a water type, so Regieleki can just delete it. And the same thing is going to happen a second time, so Earthworm goes down in much similar fashion. Among these 2 feature replays were several others that I did not feature, but many of them are worth an honorable mention. I got lots of good replays this week. I got a game from Swede where he attempted to set up Hisui and Gudra, but his opponent tapped out before seeing it come to fruition. I got one from Carter, who had sort of the opposite thing going on. His opponent tried to set up infinity stat boosts on Enamorus, but it ended up not going well for them. Carter cleaned it up quite well. And then I got another submission from Captain Oro, who didn't have a particularly flashy game to show, but he always has really, really solid play, and it's such a treat to watch his submissions. All right, friends, that concludes this week's Funday Monday. Before I tell you the theme for week 5, I want to let you know that you can use either Reg C or Reg D replays. Ready? The most sinister yet prompt for week 5 is as follows. You are not allowed to click any super effective moves into any target. Now, if your opponent does a Terrastalize or they do a switch that causes them to take a super effective hit, that's allowed. You are simply not allowed to knowingly click a super effective move into any target, including friendly fire. Submit those replays, and I'll see you next week.